Thank you so much for joining His Holiness Candramauli Swami Maharaj's daily class. Today we are continuing with our Srimad Bhagavatam study of second canto, second chapter, verse number 18. And Hare Krishna Maharaj, my humble obeisances to you. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much for your time and association for all of us today. Thank you so much. I'll share my screen again, Maharaj.
My obeisances to all the devotees, Vanshkalpa Drupascha, Kipasundave, Vachapatitanam, Bhavanebhyo, Vaishnavebhyo, Namo Namaha.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Please take it.
Okay. Srimad Bhagavatam, Canto 2, Chapter 2, chapters entitled The Lord in the Heart, verse number 18. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Padam Padam Vaishnavam Atmanati Dantad Yadneti Neti Dhyatad Utsridir Rusis Grikasavaha Srishyadya Duratnamyam Anyasuridam Riddhapangoyarha Pada Pade Pade. Translation. The transcendentalists desire to avoid everything godless, for they know that supreme situation in which everything is related with the Supreme Lord Vishnu. Therefore, a pure devotee who is in actual harmony with the Lord does not create perplexities, who worships the lotus feet of every minute, taking them into his heart. Purport. In the Bhagavad Gita, Madhama, my abode, is mentioned several times. According to the version of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Sri Krishna, there exists the unlimited spiritual sky, where the planets are called Vaikuntha, or the abode of the Personality of Godhead. In that sky, which is far, far beyond the material sky, and its sevenfold colorings, there is no need of the sun or moon, nor is there necessity of electricity for illumination, because the planets are self-illuminating and more brilliant than the material suns. Pure devotees of the Lord are actually in harmony with the Personality of Godhead, or in other words, they always think of the Lord as their only dependable friend and well-wisher. They do not care for any mundane creature up to the status of Brahma, the Lord of the universe. Only they can definitely have a clear vision of the Vaikuntha planets. Such pure devotees, being perfectly directed by the Supreme Lord, do not create any artificial perplexity in the matter of transcendental understanding by wasting time in discussing what is Brahman and what is not Brahman or Maya, nor do they falsely think of themselves as being one with the Lord, or argue that there is no existence of the Lord separately, or that there is no God at all, or that living beings are themselves God, or that when God incarnates himself, he assumes a material body, nor do they concern themselves with many obscure speculative theories which are actually so many stumbling blocks on the path of transcendental understanding. Apart from the class of impersonalists or non-devotees, there are also classes who pose themselves as devotees of the Lord, but at heart maintain the idea of salvation by becoming one with the impersonal Brahman. They wrongly manufacture their own way of devotional service by open debauchery and misled others who are simpletons or debauchees like themselves. All these non-devotees and debauchees are, according to Vishwanath Chakravarti Duratmas, or cricket souls in the dress of Mahatmas, or great souls. Such non-devotees or debauchees are completely excluded from the list of transcendentalists by the presentation of this particular verse by Sukadeva Goswami. So the Vaikuntha planets are factually the supreme residential place called the Param Padam. The impersonal Brahmajyoti is also called the Param Padam due to its being the rays of the Vaikuntha planets, as the sun rays are also the rays of the sun. In the Bhagavad Gita 427, it is clearly said that the impersonal Brahmajyoti rests on the person of the Lord, and because everything rests on the Brahmajyoti directly and indirectly, everything is generated from the Lord. Everything rests on him, and after annihilation, everything is merged in him only. Therefore, nothing is independent of him. A pure devotee of the Lord no longer wastes his valuable time in discriminating the Brahman from the non-Brahman, because he knows perfectly well that the Lord, Param Brahma, by his divine energy, is interwoven in everything, and thus everything is looked upon by a devotee as the property of the Lord. The devotee tries to engage everything in his service and does not create perplexities by falsely lauding it over the creation of the Lord. He is so faithful that he engages himself, as well as everything else, in the transcendental loving service of the Lord. In everything, the devotee sees the Lord and sees everything in the Lord. The specific disturbance caused by the Duratma cricket soul is due to its maintaining that the transcendental form of the Lord is something material. Chakshunmilitam yena tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namam Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasnaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Iti Namane. Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Namaste Sasunyavadi Astyatya Deva Satarine Vanchakalpatarubhishya Kripa Sindhupe Vacha Vitanam Bhavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namaho. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Srivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. When he comes right down to it after reading this verse in purport, it's very simple to understand what is being said. It's showing the difference between those who are actually devoted to the Supreme Lord and those who make a show or pretend that they are devoted to the Lord, or mistakenly think they are devoted to the Lord by their own ideas. And so there's so many categories of personalities who like to speculate what is the Lord, what is not the Lord, how one can, worship the Lord in different manifestations of his existence, the Brahman, the Paramatma, so many things. So this verse just shows saying that pure devotees don't waste time in all this. They know that the Supreme Personality of Godhead, as it says in the Bhagavad Gita, is the source of everything. Aham sarvasya prabhavo matat sarvam prapartante iti patva vajanti man buddha bhava samanvitaha. Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, I, me, the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, is the cause of everything. I'm the source of everything. Everything comes from me. And those who understand this principle, they're actually wise. And because of that wisdom they have attained, they engage in my service. So, right to the point. And there are many statements throughout the Shastras where both the pure devotees and Krishna claim his position as the supreme source. and personality of Godhead. We're not interested into what is not God. We sometimes speak about that in order to clear the air of misconceptions of what is God. Those who think of God as some such as they say, when he comes to the material world, he takes on a material body. And we can see by the way that he's acting that his body is material. For instance, he staged his disappearance program by getting shot in the foot with an arrow, and then he left the world. Of course, that was just a show to bewilder those who uh, worship the Supreme Lord, thinking he has a material body. And so he keeps their ignorance, just like Krishna says, if you want knowledge, I give it to you. If you want forgetfulness, I help you forget me also. But if you want remembrance, I'm there to supply that also. Krishna fulfills the desires according to how one acts and focuses. So we have a clear understanding from Guru, Sadhu, Shastra, from the disciplic succession, from the words of Krishna, from the words of his pure devotees, especially Arjuna in Bhagavad Gita, clears all of the misconception that Krishna is that source of all existence. He is the personality of Godhead, and he has a transcendental form, and he has activities that are not part of this material world. Although he displays these spiritual activities in this material world, he doesn't touch, nor does the activities have anything to do with this world. They're completely beyond that. Though he appears in a realm of temporality, he is eternal, and his body never changes. He doesn't take on a material body so he can function in this world like everyone else. So there are so many misconceptions about what is God, who is God, what is not God. And of course, that extends itself for a whole group of people to say that we are also God, because it says that, the Supreme cannot be divided. They quote one verse from one of the Upanishads. What is it called? I forgot that verse. It's the Supreme, this spirit cannot be divided. So how can you say there's two spirits? There's a Jiva spirit, and there's the source of spirit, God. So spirit is absolute. It's not dividable. And therefore, because we're all spirit, ultimately we're all also God. That's their philosophy. What is that? Dvija Nasti. Echo something. Spirit is one. Like that. I can't remember the actual verse, but they quote this verse all the time. But Krishna says in the Bhagavad Gita, Mamaivam so jiva loke jiva bhuta sanatana masistana indriyani pakadistani karshati. He says that all living entities are my parts and parcel. They're sanatanam. They are also eternal. Nitya nityana chaitana. Now that's another terminology. That's also applies too. There is one eternal who maintains all of the other eternals. No one's equal to, no one's greater to them. That's from the Svetasvatara Upanishads. That's also Eko Dvijanasti is the one I was thinking of. Soul, spirit cannot be divided. But there's no question of dividing spirit, because we are never separated from the Lord, but we appear to be separated because of our desire to act outside of the Lord. And therefore, we're forced to accept a material body. But still, we are pure spirit and Krishna spirit, and spirit is not divided. It just appears to be separated. But Krishna says that for the sake of loving exchange, there is always two. Love cannot be exchanged simply by one individual. You can't have love for yourself. You can love yourself, but you can't have a loving relationship with yourself. There has to be two. So there is the supreme soul, and then there's the part and parcel soul, the jiva soul. And in that apparent difference, there is the principle of oneness through the process of devotional service. And that is the basis of a loving exchange, because the whole principle of life is to exchange love with the Supreme Lord. So that verse from the Bhagavad Gita, that we are not only spirit, but we are sanatana, we are eternally spirit. The Mayavadis and others say, when a manifestation of the material world happens, then there is apparent difference between the living entities and the Lord. But that apparent difference is destroyed after the living entities become self-realized. But Krishna uses the word sanatanam. Eternally, we are eternally part and parcel. We never become the Lord, nor can we ever become the Lord. You know, there's so many obvious statements that can validate the idea that we are not God. Just to look at the way we do things, we are full of mistakes, and there's so many inebrities in our existence. And then how can we claim to be the supreme, perfect, absolute truth? But they say all of this is simply for some lila, that the Lord performs a lila in the material world. And we are all the Lord, and these are our leelas. But when we get over the lila, then we get back to who we are as the supreme absolute truth. And therefore, we're all Narayan. There's no difference. And so they make up all of these philosophical, they take statements from the Shastras and give their wrong interpretations based on this idea of becoming God, or that the living entity is God, but has somehow forgotten. And then we also say, if how can God forget? They say, well, that's also his Leela. Leela means he accepts the idea of forgetfulness for the sake of showing how to live in the material world and come back to our position of God. But this is just another cheating program. So I'm just using these philosophical discussions to show that there are so many ways that people want to arrange the absolute truth according to their speculations. They read the scriptures and give their own interpretations. They don't take the interpretations from the bona fide acharyas. They give their own interpretations like that. And they're easily defeated by even practical, philosophical, rational logic. What to speak about using Shastra to show their falsity in their ideas. So, and as this verse says, devotees don't worry about this too. We don't get involved with trying to discuss this so much. We might mention it a little bit just so we can distance ourselves from it. Once we get that idea, then we go on with our real business, which is transcendental loving service to the Lord. And the devotee knows that nothing happens without the presence of the Lord. As Krishna gives he says, I am within every atom, I'm between every atom. Everything ultimately is moved, created, and destroyed by my energy or by me directly. So the devotee sees Krishna in everything, and they see everything in relationship to Krishna. They know whatever items exist in this material world are simply the energy of the Lord, formulated in different forms, such as books, desks, cars, computers, houses, sidewalks, tabletops. These are all Krishna's energy, and it's taking the energy and creating these forms in this material world so to enjoy the material world or to facilitate some type of activities in this material world. But they know ultimately these different items that exist in the material world, the basis principle is it's Krishna, because the ingredients that make up these items are only given by Krishna. The basic, just like even the scientists know that matter cannot be created and destroyed. That matter can be changed into different forms. Just like if you put some water on the stove and you boil it, you put some water on the stove and you boil it, you change the water into gas and it evaporates, but it just changes the molecular structure. It doesn't destroy the basic atomical principles of the substance. It just changes the molecular structure from water to gas like that. So we can do that in different ways. So matter cannot be created, matter cannot be destroyed. Matter ingredients, as Krishna says, Bhumira Panalo Vayu, Kamana Buddhi Evacha, Ahankara Iti Ame, Benakriti, Astara, earth, water, fire, air, ether, mind, intelligence, and false ego. These are my separated energies, and these make up the whole material energy. So a devotee knows that the energy and the source of energy is non-different in the sense that the source of energy comes from the energetic source itself, and that is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, who is the origin of everything. As Krishna mentions in many places, yeah, I am the oranges of everything, spiritual and material. He mentions in the 7th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, everything rests on me as pearls are strung on a thread. He uses that analogy. The pearls cannot turn into a necklace unless they're actually put together on a supporting platform, and that platform is thread. So he is the thread by which everything connects and everything exists. And devotees take the words of the Lord directly from Bhagavad Gita, especially from Gita, and from the Acharyas, who give us the clear understanding that the absolute truth is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. We are a person, and we also come from a person. A person cannot come from impersonal. There's no such example. How a person can come from impersonal. Person comes from person. Just like we come from our parents who are persons, and our parents come from their parents. A person comes from person, not from imperson. Imperson may exist within the person, but it's not the source of the person. Because something greater cannot come from something lesser. But impersonal is a part of the absolute truth too. It's just the energy of the Lord, that's all. So there's a class of people who like to worship the energy rather than the source, because to worship the source, they have to follow the instructions given by the source himself. In other words, they have to obey the rules given by the Lord coming through the disciplic succession. And rather than acquiesce or submit to that, they're envious of the Lord's position. They want to become the Lord themselves, or they want to create their own ideas on what is actually spiritual life and what is actually God. And so there's so much of that going on. But there's more of that. There's more, what we say, forfeit than there is genuine. There's more cheating than there is actual something that is actually bona fide. That is Kali Yuga. You'll see it everywhere. But don't worry, if you just stick to Bhagavad Gita and hear the words of the Lord and Srimad Bhagavatam, all that knowledge of the absolute truth and our relationship with that absolute truth to this perfectional stage of pure devotion is available through this knowledge and through this practice of Ananya Bhakti, which is pure devotional service. So the pure devotees They know, hey, Krishna is everything and I am his servant. And therefore they use their time, energy in serving the Lord in different ways. Okay.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, thank you so much. Such a wonderful class. Thank you so much. Dear devotees, if you have any questions or comments or realizations, you can please go ahead. Can turn on your cameras if possible, wherever you are. So, Maharaj, while others are thinking, I was thinking about when you are mentioning about the desires, Krishna fulfills our desire based on our understanding, like whatever way we approach him, he fulfills the desires. But when we are in the wrong path, or when we are trying to deviate from Krishna, then will he help us go towards, or will he leave according to our own free will, Maharaj?
That's a general statement. There's devotees, he's always active in bringing the devotee closer to him. So he may find our attempts to be separate just to bring us back to the proper understanding. For a devotee, he's working to bring that devotee to him, and not simply, of course, if we are determined not to follow him, and we make that a point, even after all of the attempts to bring us back to the right state of consciousness, the right principles of activities, then he lets you go to experience what you want to experience. And then when you get frustrated, or when you start experiencing suffer, then you run back. But generally, he always works. He reminds us through the spiritual master. He reminds us through scripture. He reminds us, even Lord in heart, how we can come to him.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. So, suppose if a normal person, not a devotee, if he is going, but I'm sorry, I'm not able to phrase my question. Suppose if any non-devotee person, if he's going here and there, will Krishna make them remember, or give him the chance to come to him?
That depends. That's a lot. That depends on the person, but generally he fulfills their desire.
Okay.
Baba talks about that. I was just listening today. He says, whatever you want, then Krishna will help you become like that. But he's talking in general. When he says, Ye yatam mam prapadyante tams tataiva bhajami aham. As you approach me, I reward you accordingly. Everyone follows my path in all respects. So yeah, he allows independence of the living entity by arranging to help them fulfill their desires to act in the material world. That doesn't mean they're going to be happy, but he just allows them to do what they want to do. He doesn't interfere with their independence, but at the same time, he's giving association of him through his devotees. He sends the spiritual master, he sends the books, the philosophy, the process. He comes as his deity form. And he also helps the devotee to wake up through the process of suffering also. But ultimately, we have our independence.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. Sridevi Mataji, please go ahead.
Thank you. Dear Guru Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Guru Maharaj, we see Prabhupada writing so much about the impersonalists and their imperfect understanding, and warning us also about how we must truly understand the personality of Godhead. So for us devotees, we cannot even imagine worshipping the impersonal form, or in any way have this misconception. Maybe because we are always only interacting with devotees. But just suppose we do come across an impersonalist, how are we supposed to handle that? Maharaj is
Maharaj, yeah, internet is weak.
okay. I guess we'll just wait.
Yeah, yes, Maharaj. Hare Krishna.
This is Ujjain? Yeah, Maharaj is in Ujjain. Thought
Yeah.
they have internet there.
Yeah, yesterday also it happened like that in Bhakti Sangha class.
Hmm.
Hare Krishna.
I am 5 floors below him.
Oh, okay. It got disconnected. We'll join again. Yeah, Maharaj is back. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Maharaj, you are on mute. Oh, Maharaj is not there. Hare Krishna. Maharaj, you are on mute. Please unmute. No, you are still muted, Maharaj. Yeah.
Very well. Can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Let me see. I have to get back to the. Okay, here we go. So Sri Devi, just
Uh-oh. Hare Krishna. I think we lost him again. Maharaj.
I'm really surprised because Ujjain is in the city and they should have good internet. I'm wondering how this is happening. It's on the main road, that too.
Material world problems.
Makes us more eager to hear.
Correct. Pratiksha. Yeah.
Okay.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Guru Maharaj. Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
So my question to Sri Devi is, are you approaching them or are they coming to you for advice?
Neither, Guru Maharaj. Thank Krishna. I'm surrounded by devotee. But I'm just saying, just in case we encounter such people, what should we do? How should we behave with them? I mean, I just want to know because I've never come across impersonalists, so I don't know.
Oh, Krishna. His connection is very poor.
Rishabh Prabhu, do you do something?
I can go there and just give him my phone because my phone is on the SIM card. Would you like me to do that?
Yeah. Yes, Prabhu, if possible.
Go ahead, Rishabh, Dave, ask your question.
Oh, okay.
Okay, Hare Krishna Maharaj. I have one question related to a point I think I heard from your lecture recently. You mentioned an understanding the reason why Krishna does what he does deepens our attachment for him because everything Krishna, makes everything so perfectly for many reasons. So where can we find this information on our level of advancement?
We mean how he does everything.
Yeah, why is why does he, I don't know, kills this demon in this way, not in this way, why he does this, why he first did this and not this. I mean, there are all like specific reasons that deepen our understanding of him and makes us even more fall in love because he's so profound. So maybe if you have some guidance of where could we get all like this deeper information on Krishna's activities.
Mm. Hare
I
Krishna.
think Maharaj was not at the
Yeah, Hare Krishna.
Rishabh Prabhu, really something needs to be done by the authorities over there so that Guru Maharaj is not put to so much trouble like this.
Yeah. Hare Krishna, Maharaj is there online, but yeah.
I'm keep losing my internet here.
Yes,
Just
Maharaj, yeah, your voice
keeps
is
going off. I don't know. Usually the internet's quite solid. I think this time of the day, which is 5:15 in the evening now, is a very busy time on the internet. And so it's just kind of like an overload at this time.
Mm.
Yeah. To answer Rishabh's question, just hear from the acharyas. They explain everything. How else are we going to understand?
So what would that exactly mean? Just to know.
Well, when you hear a pastime, you usually get an explanation. When Prahlad Maharaj wanted to
Hare Krishna.
So it's interesting that always at this time it starts to break.
Yeah.
Well, it seems like I can't stay on. We go on for a few minutes and it just cuts off.
Yes, Maharaj, yeah.
When Prahlad Maharaj asked his questions, the Lord responded in different ways. So you get to know about the Lord when you hear the Lord explains himself many times about why he does what he does, how he does what he does. That sometimes is given by him directly and sometimes given by the acharyas. That's how our books are written, with purports, with explanations. I was just reading Krishna's talking about himself in Chaitanya Charitamrita. and how he attracts Radharani in so many different ways. And how he is attracted to Radharani also. So in those explanations, he's talking about his relationship with Radharani and her relationship with him.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Guru. Maharaj, you are muted.
If there's a particular pastime that we come across, we just ask, well, why does Krishna act in this way in this situation? And you just ask. Otherwise, the
Yeah.
explanations are there in the books.
We ask the spiritual master and other elevated souls, right?
Obviously. Do you have a particular incident that you want to ask about?
I'm just asking generally. I guess at some points of time when we mature enough, I guess that it's okay to read the books of Acharya, which goes deeper in these stories, and they are saying the thoughts of Krishna in specific situations, like when they're killing different demons, when they are like doing some pastimes with the cowherd boys or something. So it gives a really lovable approach to understanding how lovable Krishna is actually.
It doesn't say you have to be advanced to understand.
Hare Krishna. It's like again.
This connection is like my bhakti.
It's like everyone's Prabhu. Everyone is struggling like that.
We have one-liners are amazing.
Thank you.
Hare Krishna.
Just read the books or ask the questions. You'll get your answers either way.
Make them out.
Thank you. Dear devotees, any questions or comments? We have a question on chat by Scarlett Mataji. She's asking, Hare Krishna, please accept my humble obeisances, all glories to Prabhupada, all glories to your holiness. I have read and even remember hearing that it is offense to preach to the faithless. But I meet someone who have suffered so much that he has lost his faith in spirituality. May I humbly ask, how should one respond to such a person? Should we avoid preaching?
You should avoid, yes, you should avoid preaching, but you should try to say something that will help them in their situation. Preaching is another thing. Preaching is giving the philosophical knowledge based on the situation. Well, we speak, it's offering some time to the person, showing some concern for their situation, giving some prasadam, talking about your own spiritual life, rather than trying to talk about their problems. These are suggestions, that's all.
Yes, Maharaj. Thank you. Devotees, any questions or comments? Yeah, Balakrishna Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, please accept my humble obeisances to Srila Prabhupada and all assembled devotees here and everywhere. Maharaj, my question is, it is very easy, effortless, natural to think of Krishna in times of trouble, and the greater the trouble, the easier it is to think of him. And it seems the opposite. When things are going well, it's easy to forget him. Am I training Krishna to give me troubles? And why is this so? Thank you, Maharaj.
Yeah, that's true. There, Queen Kunti says that also. Let the calamities come again and again.
Oh, yes.
So in this, by Krishna, she's Krishna's aunt. Now she wants to be given some difficulty so she can feelingly call out to Krishna.
Oh, yes. I have read that, and it makes so much sense now that she would ask for that. I'm like, why is she asking for trouble? That seems unnatural, but that was my question. It's like so easy to remember him when you're in trouble. So that makes sense. Thank you.
Yeah, don't worry. You don't have to worry about finding trouble. It'll find you.
So true, Maharaj.
You'll have so many opportunities to speak about Krishna.
Yes, yes.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Thank you.
Maharaj, Teja Prabhu is at your in your hall. He said like he can share his mobile internet with you, so that your connection will be stable. Will that help?
I don't know what to do.
I think he'll guide you. I think Maharaj, he's there.
Right now we're okay.
Okay.
Let's see if it happens again.
Yeah. So Maharaj, when we were reading in our reading group Srimad Bhagavatam, we are in first canto 18th chapter. In the verse number 10, Srila Prabhupada writes about systematic hearing means knowing him gradually in truth and fact. And this knowing him in truth and fact means attaining eternal life, as stated in Bhagavad Gita. So just by systematic hearing, so can we attain this eternal life? Maharaj, what does exactly Srila Prabhupada meant in this purport? Maharaj, shall I share the screen? Okay, I think,
Okay, we're back.
yeah, Hare Krishna.
Yeah, well, we have the example of Maharaj Parikshit. He became self-realized just by hearing. That's the whole basis of Bhagavatam. He was hearing, asking questions, and hearing more. And when he heard sufficiently the entire Bhagavatam, he was free from all material tendencies and was ready to accept the fact that he was going to die very soon. He was fearless. So the process of hearing is a process also of realizing Krishna through that process.
Okay.
Yeah. So hear more and more, but you have to learn to hear in the right way. Hear with rapt attention.
Yes. Yes, Maharaj.
We speak about one of the principles for proper hearing: faith in the speaker, humility, destroying the faults of the mind, which means wherever the mind wanders, bring it back to the sound vibration, and ultimately trying to understand what you're hearing. And if you don't, ask questions.
Mm-hmm.
Hearing is an art. it's somewhat impaired in the Kali Yuga because we're being bombarded with a lot of nonsense sounds. And so in order to survive in this age, we block out these sounds, and we also reduce the process of hearing through the process of blocking. So even though the mind will do that, it'll block out things that it doesn't want. But sometimes the mind blocks out things that it shouldn't block out. And that becomes conditional by the process of trying to survive in this material world. So, but when it comes to transcendental sound vibrations, we should really force ourselves to hear. It's not a lackadaisical process. It's really hearing with attention, hearing with intelligence, hearing with understanding.
Mm-hmm.
If we're doing something else and we're hearing at the same time, our attention is not fully on the sound vibration. We might be hearing the words, but we're not connecting with the essence of what is being said. So actually hearing means rapt, R-A-P-T, attention, full attention. Then you hear. Not only do you hear what's being said, you hear the mood and the motivation behind the sound vibration, which gives you an even deeper understanding.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah, those who do counseling, they learn that art to hear beyond the words that are being spoken. So practice that.
Yes, ma'am.
Tune in when you hear. Don't be half there, 3/4 there.
Mm.
Like sometimes people come on class online here, they don't turn their cameras on because they want to do something else while they're listening to class. It's one of the reasons why people don't turn their cameras on, because they have something else going at the same time.
That's true.
And really they're not in the class really. Maybe partially, or maybe even more than partially, but still. When you're focused on and that's mentioned in the Bhagavatam, to hear with rapt attention.
Thank you, Maharaj. Thank you so much. Yeah. Yeah, when we are in your previous classes, when we are talking about reading Srimad Bhagavatam and giving so much of time, you said like at least 1 hour or 2 hours. But in this lifestyle, especially myself, I'm not able to give half an hour or minimum at least half an hour time I can give. But more than that, it's like a challenge for me sometimes, not all the time. But is it okay, Maharaj, like at least if we read for half an hour daily, will that help us?
All I can say is something's better than nothing.
Yeah.
That's all I can say in that regard. But Krishna consciousness, Prabhupada said, is simply practice. The more you practice it, the more it becomes part of you.
So devotees coming together and reading as a group is very helpful. That's for sure, Maharaj. That's what we are trying to do.
Functions or doing some service, we're going to be Krishna conscious. It's our eagerness that makes whatever we do the quality of what we attain. Therefore, Rupa Goswami says the first principle is enthusiasm. Not just, well, yeah, I went to class, I went to the temple, I did some service. That's nice.
Yeah.
That's not Krishna conscious. Do you really want Krishna? Or do you really, if you really want Krishna, you have to apply yourself 100% to that principle.
That's Maharaj.
Krishna is not cheap.
Yes, that's true.
He doesn't come as a prize in a cereal box, you know. You can't get him that way.
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah. Thank you for constantly reminding us. Thank you so much. Jagdish Prabhu, please go ahead.
Hare Krishna Maharaj, all obeisance to you and glory, all obeisance to you and glories to Srila Prabhupada. I have a question for you. Who is Yoga Maya?
Okay. Question is, who is Yoga Maya? Yoga Maya is the internal energy of the Lord. She's personified by Subhadra, Krishna's younger sister. When Krishna appeared in Vrindavan, Mother Yasoda gave birth to Krishna and to Yoga Maya when he's the younger sister of Krishna. And she presents the energy by which Krishna displays his pastimes and activities in the material world. She comes as Mahamaya too, who's also both, to hide the non-devotees what is Krishna, because they're not qualified to approach Krishna because of their desire to enjoy separately from Krishna. She's the internal energy. She's personified as Yoga Maya. In Vrindavan, she's known as Purnamasi. She's considered to be the CEO of Vrindavan. She orchestrates all of Krishna's pastimes. If you really want to know more about Yoga Maya and Mahabaya, I can give you a great Shastra reference. It's in the 10th canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. And describes what is Yoga Maya and what is Mahamaya. I'm trying to remember where that explanation is. Somewhere in the 10th canto of Bhagavad.
Shall I search it up, Maharaj?
Okay. Yeah, go to chapter 1, the 10th canto, the Advent of Lord Krishna, introduction, and go to the very end of the chapter where it says additional notes.
Okay.
And go to page 98. This is nice question because devotees should know.
So, additional notes. Here in database, I don't see additional notes.
Chapter 1 of the 10th canto, There is a thing called additional notes. At the end of the chapter, it's about 10 pages of additional notes.
I don't see it in the Veda base. Maybe it's in the book, Maharaj. I don't know.
And this doesn't say additional notes?
No, I'll share my screen. 1 second.
10th Canto, Chapter.
Yeah, I'm in 10th Canto, Chapter 1. But here,
Hare Krishna Mataji. If
It's
you
there, Mataji.
it's 10.1.69. It's in the purport.
oh, last one.
Yeah, 10.1.69. It's got additional notes in the purport.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Got it, Praj. Thank you. So, so do you want me to go to the last paragraph, Maharaj? Oh, this is a big one. Yeah. Yoga Maya. Hare Krishna. Maharaj disconnected again. Krishna. Krishna. Hare Krishna. Maharaj got disconnected. He's not able to join, maybe. So in the meanwhile, we'll read about Yogamaya here. The word Karyarthi refers to one who attracted the pregnancy of Devaki and bewildered Mother Yashoda. These pastimes are very confidential. The Supreme Personality of Godhead ordered Yogamaya to bewilder his associates in his pastimes and bewilder demons like Kamsa. As stated previously, Yogamayam Samadhisat. To give service to the Lord, Yogamaya appeared along with Mahamaya. Mahamaya refers to Yaya Sammohitam Jagat, one who bewilders the entire material world. From this statement, it is to be understood that Yogamaya, in her partial expansion, becomes Mahamaya and bewilders the conditioned souls. In other words, the entire creation has two divisions, transcendental or spiritual and material. Yogamaya manages the spiritual world, and by her partial expansion as Mahamaya, she manages the material world. As stated in Narada Pancharatra, Mahamaya is a partial expansion of Yogamaya. The Narada Pancharatra clearly states that the Supreme Personality has one potency, which is sometimes described as Durga. The Brahma Samhita says, Chayeva Yasya Bhuvanani Bivarti Durga. Durga is not different from Yogamaya. When one understands Durga properly, he is immediately liberated. For Durga is originally the spiritual potency, Hladini Shakti, by whose mercy one can understand the Supreme Personality of Godhead very easily. Radha Krishna Pranaya Vikritir Hladini Shaktir Asmad. The Mahamaya Shakti, however, is a covering of Yogamaya, and she is therefore called the covering potency. By this covering potency, the entire material world is bewildered. Yaya Sammohitam Jagat. In conclusion, bewildering the conditioned souls and liberating the devotees are both functions belonging to Yogamaya. Transferring the pregnancy of Devaki and keeping Mother Yashoda in deep sleep were both done by Yogamaya. Mahamaya cannot act upon such devotees, for they are always liberated. But although it is not possible for Mahamaya to control liberated souls or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, she did bewilder Kamsa. The action of Yogamaya in presenting herself before Kamsa was the action of Mahamaya, not Yogamaya. Yogamaya cannot even see or touch such polluted persons as Kamsa. In Chandi, in the Markandeya Purana, 11th chapter, Mahamaya says, during the 28th Yuga, in the period of Vaivashatamanu, I shall take birth as the daughter of Yashoda and be known as Vindhyachala Vasini. The distinction between the two Mayas, Yogamaya and Mahamaya, is described as follows. Krishna's Rasa Leela with the gopis and the gopis' bewilderment in respect to their husbands, fathers-in-law, and other such relatives were arrangements of Yogamaya in which Mahamaya had no influence. The Bhagavatam gives sufficient evidence of this when it clearly says, Yogamayam upashitaha. On the other hand, there were asuras headed by Shalva and Kshatriyas like Duryodhana who were bereft of devotional service in spite of seeing Krishna's carrier Garuda and the universal form, and who could not understand Krishna to be the Supreme Personality of Godhead. This was also bewilderment, but this bewilderment was due to Mahamaya. Therefore, it is to be concluded that the Maya, which drags a person from the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is called Jadamaya, and the Maya, which acts on the transcendental platform, is called Yogamaya. When Nanda Maharaja was taken away by Varuna, he saw Krishna's opulence, but nonetheless he thought of Krishna as his son. Such feelings of parental love in the spiritual world are acts of Yogamaya, not of Jadamaya or Mahamaya. This is the opinion of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur.
There's your answer right there.
Yeah, very detailed explanation.
You can see the difference between the two Mayas. They're the same, but they work in different relationship. One in relationship to the spiritual, one relationship to the material.
You know, Maharaj, where it says Durga, am I thinking of Durga, Shiva's wife?
Say that again.
It is mentioned Yogamaya is also known by Durga.
Right.
Durga. Am I thinking of Shiva's wife then?
She was what?
Shiva's wife concept.
Yeah. But that's Mahamaya.
Yeah. Yes, Maharaj. This internet is not good today. Krishna. Hare Krishna.
To give you a very simple example, can you hear me?
Yes, Maharaj. Yeah.
Electricity is one. But when you put electricity into a refrigerator, it produces cooling. When you produce electricity into a heater, it produces warming. But the electricity is one. The internal energy of the Lord is one, but it acts in different ways according to either the spiritual or material activities. So she's known as Yoga Maya, she's also Mahamaya.
Thank you, Maharaj. I think that explains it better. Thank you.
Just read that section that Srimati read. Read it over and over. It'll become clearer and clearer.
Thank you.
Okay, maybe we should stop here. Srimati, you're on mute.
Sorry, Maharaj. Hopefully your internet connection will be better tomorrow. Thank you so much for your time and association for all of us and clearing all our doubts. Thank you so much, Maharaj. Dear
We can
devotees,
try to do japa if you want
yes,
to.
Maharaj. Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, we can stay on and do some chanting. Maharaj, you will be there.
My video is frozen. I can't get on. I can't get on as a video.
Okay, Maharaj. No problem.
Somehow, I don't know what happened. But I'm still here. We can start chanting if you like for a while.
Yes, Maharaj. Sure. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you, devotees. This is being in India means unstable internet. Right, Sri Devi? Okay, Jai Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasadi Gaur, Bhaktivinoda, Sri Krishna, Chaitanya, Prabhu Nityananda, Sri Advaita Gadadhar, Sri Vasadi Gaur, Bhaktivinoda, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hari Hari Hare Rama 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Ram Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Ram Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Gopinath Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Ram Hare Ram 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Ram Hare Ram Ram Hari 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Hare Ram 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 Hari 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 Krishna 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram Ram Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Ram 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 Hare Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hari 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 Hare Ram Hare Krishna Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram Hare Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Ram Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Hari Hari Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hari Hare Hari Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hari Hare 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 Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna. Hare Ram Hare Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare 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 Rama. Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare. Hare Rama Rama Krishna Hare Krishna Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare. Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare 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 Rama Rama. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare. Hare 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 Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Rama Rama Hare Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram Krishna, Hare 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 Ram, Ram Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare Ram. Hare 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 Ram, Ram Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare 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 Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Ram Ram, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna. Hare Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna Krishna, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare.
Sridevi Mataji, I think Maharaj, Guru Maharaj got disconnected. Will you chant, Mataji? Or should I keep these posters, or will you play Srila Prabhupada lecture? What should we do?
No, we'll keep these posters and I will play Prabhupada Japate.
Okay.
That would be all right?
Yeah.
Okay. Will you give me co-hosting or I'm already co-host?
You all are already co-host, Mataji.
Okay. I'll put on Prabhupada
Can't
Japate.
share the screen. If you share the screen, this will go off.
Oh, what if I just share the sound but keep
Yeah.
the screen?
Yes, Mataji. That will.
Okay, I'll just share the sound then. Very nice. I mean, this is very nice.